I've always had more energy than everybody, and that started disappearing. I have done everything and nothing had worked. I was getting more and more depressed and more frustrated. It was within 2 weeks, actually within a week of starting my tailored plan, there was an increase in energy.
Wow.
Yeah. I mean, it was amazing. I'm
Wow.
climbing better, I'm lifting better. I'm all the things that I'm doing better now than I did, at the beginning of my 50s.
Welcome back to the Becoming MindStrong podcast. My name is Rachel, and I'm the founder and CEO of MindStrong, where the name of the game is education. The last thing that I ever want to be in this industry is Rachel's 12-week diet. As an educator, I am here to give you what we call the keys to the kingdom. So on the other side of this, you don't need us or anyone else. In today's episode, I am so excited to introduce you to Gabrielle. Inside Ignite, our signature 12-week program, we work with women from all walks of life. We have women who have yo-yo dieted their entire lives. We have women who've never had to think about this stuff until they've hit menopause. We have women who are former athletes where when menopause hits and their body starts changing, it becomes such a deeper thing. It's a self-identity. And I'm leaning into that one because this is what you're going to hear from Gabrielle. Gabrielle has been active her whole life. She's been an athlete her whole life. So when menopause came along, it's not just, oh, I gained some weight, I feel uncomfortable in my clothes. It becomes this, and this is a thing I see time and time again, this self-identity of whose body is this, right? I have always felt a certain way in my body. I've always had a certain energy level. And all of a sudden, for many of us, it seems like it came overnight. Whose body is this? Whose energy level is this? Whose life is this? This is not me. This is not the body I've lived in my entire life. And if you've hung out here before, if you've listened to this podcast, you know, to me, energy is everything, right? The laws of quantum physics say the energy we put out in the world is the energy we attract back. That is not rainbows and glitter and unicorns. That is quantum physics. So to me, I always say weight loss, it's a fun byproduct. The work works when you do the work. Of course, you'll lose weight because biology is always going to biology. Of course, you'll put on muscle if that's your goal because biology is going to biology. But to me, this is all about the energy we have in life because life is all about energy. So I'm harping on that because one of my favorite lines of Gabrielle's that you're about to hear is within 2 weeks, right? You and I both know weight loss can take some time, especially in menopause. Energy does not have to take a lot of time. When you start fueling your body, you can start to feel the effect. So you're going to hear Gabrielle I get excited about this. Obviously, if you're watching the video, my hands are flailing because energy is everything. Within 2 weeks, Gabrielle's energy was on fire. She went from whose body is this, whose energy is this, to holy cow, I am on fire. To me, there's nothing better than that, which is why this long-winded intro. I cannot wait for you to dive into Gabrielle's story. Check it out. Hello, everybody, and welcome to our Wisdom Wednesday. As you know, I just love bringing in people from all different backgrounds coming into this program. We work with a lot of women who are here to lose weight. We work with a lot of women who are here to gain muscle. And I think it's so important to hear everyone's journey because every now and then there'll be that special one that just sparks something. And you're like, oh, they're speaking right to me. So for my athletes watching, I think today could be that spark. I'm joined by very recent Ignite alum Gabrielle, who, like so many women we work with, doing all the right things, working out, super active, and just that tweak in nutrition was the missing piece. So, Gabrielle, thanks for joining me. I'm super excited to chat with you and give some hope to our athletes out there.
It's great to be here. Thank you. Thanks.
So, let's
Thanks.
go back to the beginning. Can you tell us a bit about just pre-Ignite, Gabrielle, what was going on physically, emotionally, energetically that had you looking before you found us?
Yeah. So I think I found you guys when I was 55, 56 now. And I am through menopause, basically, have been for a while. My energy was waning. I'm highly active, not just working out and hiking and all the things, but also just in my general lifestyle. I do a million different things besides managing a business and all this other stuff. So I've always had more energy than everybody, and that started disappearing. And between that and thinking that I wanted to also lose a few pounds, I saw your Facebook ad and watched the whole thing, and I was like, okay, this is the first time I feel like somebody's talking to me. It's not that you kept saying it's going to blow your mind, it's going to blow your mind, and it did.
I love it.
Yeah, yeah. So, yeah, yeah. So that's
Good,
what brought me on. I was like,
good.
I can't lose my energy,
Yeah. Yeah. I'm with
Yeah,
you. Like you've heard me preach this from the rooftops. I believe energy is everything we have, right? Because it's how we
yeah,
show up in the world. People think that law of attraction is woo-woo rainbows and glitter and unicorn, but it's quantum physics that energy, when it comes to energy, like attracts like. So if
yeah,
we're walking around like this all day, it's no surprise that's what we're attracting back. But when we're standing in our power and that's what we attract back, like game over.
yeah, yep, yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
So you find us, we get going. Do you remember any initial little sparks? I like to call them aha moments where it's like, oh, this could be something different. This actually feels like it's working, not the same old, same old.
Yeah. So I had tried another macro based plan that didn't actually go into explaining what those were and
Hmm.
how they work with our body. And when at the beginning of the program, you had us uh, log all of our macros for, I think it was a week or 2 weeks before any plan was actually created, so you could learn our habits. And after that, tailoring the plan specifically for me and my activity level and my age and all of the things, everything started to shift. And the main thing was that I could eat carbs,
Yes.
which is like, you don't, especially like at my age and being told reduce, reduce, reduce. And then you have zero, I mean, and up the protein. I was already on the protein levels, but the introduction of being able to eat carbs again changed my energy completely.
Mm.
And that was one of the main things, as I said, that I was waning on. To be able to do a workout from start to finish, and my workouts are hard. And I rock climb also, and I'm a hiker. Um, to be able to do those and still have a rest of the day afterward instead of like wanting to pass out was massive.
Uh,
And it was within 2 weeks, actually within a week of starting my tailored plan, there was there was an increase in energy.
wow.
Yeah. I mean, it was amazing.
Yeah. That is a gold mine of rabbit holes we can go down, right? Because
Yeah.
number one, most people that come to us, we're petrified of carbs, and it makes sense because we have been raised in a culture that brainwashes us to believe carbs make us fat.
Hmm.
And the thing I always say, I'm like, it is nearly impossible, and then I have to put the little caveat in. I'm only saying nearly to be PC because what I want to say is it's impossible to lose weight in a menopausal body without carbs. And that's true because biologically, right? We have to get our cortisol in check, and you cannot get cortisol in check if you're not giving your body carbs.
Yeah.
More specifically to this conversation, though, that energy piece, if carbs are our natural's energy source and we're not eating carbs, what like A equals B and B equals C, right? We can follow that thread.
Yeah. No, it was huge. And I mean, for years, my husband's like, don't eat bread, don't eat bread. And I bake bread. I break whole grain, gluten-free bread. So we have bread in the house that tastes good. And to be able to not hear that on a daily basis and actually still, maintain whatever weight that I'm at and have the energy and increase the muscle and, all of that it's just been priceless.
Oh,
So,
I
yeah,
love that. And
yeah,
what you said about it being personalized is so important. The first thing we have every woman we've ever worked with ever will do, eat as you normally eat, track your food for about 5 to 7 days. Because what would not have worked is if you came to us eating this many carbs, and we were like, well, quadruple it, right? You would have freaked out mentally. Your body would have freaked out. It would not have
yeah,
worked. We have to meet you where you are and take those baby steps so your body can adjust and get used to this new way of life.
yeah. And then also the education that comes with that
Mm,
you provide of well, if you travel, this is a way to get back on. If you're not logging, which I'm not logging these days, but I have a general idea of where I am every day within my macros.
Yeah.
But if I lose sight of that for whatever reason, all I have to do is get back on. And I've learned how to adjust it through you. Like you guys taught me how to maintain what I want to maintain. And if I want to go into uh, a deficit so I can take off pounds or whatever, this is how I can do it.
Mm,
So the education part of that, being able to maintain the energy and give my body what it needs depending on what I am doing or how hard I'm going
yeah.
has been great. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. That education piece is so key. I mean, we have women come to us who have never heard of macros. We have women come to us who've tried 3 different macro plans. And if the answer is, I don't know how and why this is supposed to work, then my answer is said with love, it's not going to work. Right.
Yeah.
Because eat this, don't eat this, do this, don't eat that. Like you might see results for X amount of time, but then what? If we really want to make this a sustainable lifestyle, we have to put ourselves in the driver's seat, that education piece, the how and why.
And the sustainable thing is the big
Mhm.
word for that,
Yeah.
because you can't backpack for 5 days without any energy or rock climb for a week,
Yeah.
and get up the wall. So um but I can now, and it's pretty, when I come back and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna make this lunch and have the rest of my day. And
Wow.
you know I didn't have that before.
Your
So
body is thanking you. I can imagine how hard you were pushing it, cortisol levels through the roof,
through the
and
roof.
just it would kiss you on the mouth right now if it could for the fuel you're giving.
Seriously, yeah. I mean, it's been great. And like, as I've said, I don't know if I said it since we've been on the call, but
Real quickly, before we keep going in this episode, we are talking a lot about metabolisms in menopause in today's episode. So I want to offer you a chance to deepen your knowledge. If you haven't yet checked out my free workshop, How to Fire Up Your Metabolism in Menopause and Beyond, it is one of my go-to favorite pieces of content that I have out here in the interwebs. You can use the link in the show notes below or go to mindstrongfitness.com and you'll get a cute little pop-up that'll get you straight into the workshop. Now, let's get back to the show.
my whole thing wasn't just about, I mean, I originally came in thinking about losing weight, and I let that go. I got off the scale. Like, that was a huge aha
Yeah.
change in mindset. Get off the scale, look at how my clothes are fitting, take a look at what's going on with the workouts, because I'm also lifting twice a week. And so with all of those things, I'm not stressed anymore. And that is like, I was stressed for years because nothing worked. Nothing worked. I have done everything and nothing had worked. I was getting more and more depressed and more frustrated. And now I'm seeing results in terms of toning and and as I said, energy. It's
Yeah.
it's just, my stamina is like, it's there. It's awesome.
Yeah, I'm so glad you brought up that scale because we were talking off camera before we hit record that Gabrielle and I both, if you look at our BMIs, we are not in good shape. And you see us in person, like we're in good shape.
Yeah,
And it can be such a mind game for people who carry more muscle, for people who are super active. Like the scale is not going to be your friend until we understand what it is or isn't. And even then, sometimes the answer is to get off of it and pay attention to how your clothes fit because it is very real that muscle weighs more than fat. And that becomes a mind
it's
game for a lot of athletes.
yeah, it takes up the same amount of space,
Yep.
but it's denser, and
Yeah.
it makes a difference. And as I've said off camera also, I'm super curvy. So I have that added, like, going on, and I don't have a typical athlete's body, but I am so strong. And
Yeah.
that's the thing that means the most to me now. I
Mm.
shifted my mindset from, I mean, I've never been a skinny mini, but like, my most important thing is being strong and being able to have the stamina that I want and the energy that I want. So, and it's happening.
Yeah.
It's incredible. I'm
Uh,
climbing better, I'm lifting better. All the things that I'm doing better now than I did, at the beginning of my 50s. And that's awesome.
Oh, that makes my heart so, so happy, especially in menopause, man, where bone density and muscle strength, like they are some of the most important things we can be doing for our body. The more we can just shift away from that freaking scale and into, am I strong? Am I healthy? That's the stuff that's setting us up for longevity.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
All right,
Especially
last
coming from a
question.
family of couch potatoes.
There you go. We're breaking the generations. I love it.
Exactly.
Last question and my favorite question. I want to put you in the coach's chair for a second, okay? We're going to pretend instead of on the other side of the Zoom, instead of Rachel, founder of MindStrong, I am Rachel, similar story, athlete, energy is just shot to heck. I'm trying everything. Nothing's working. I go on social media. Everyone's promising the world. No one's delivering. And I'm petrified because, as most women, everyone promises to the world. And if anyone delivered, we wouldn't be watching this, this recording right now.
Yeah.
What do you, Coach Gabrielle, say to petrified to take the leap and trust someone new in this situation? What do you say to newbie Rachel?
It's worth the investment.
Mm,
That's the first thing, because that can stop people, and it's worth it. It's your life. You don't want your life and your energy to end in your 50s. You want it to, this is the second part of your life, and it's got to be as much fun as the first part.
yeah.
And you have to have the energy that you want to go through it. And it's not, this is not a one size fits all at all. It is custom tailored to you, your lifestyle, your goals, and you match coaches. I mean, you matched me to the perfect coach.
Mm,
And the people that do the intake are like, they know their stuff. Like, just trust this process. It's great. It's great.
I love it.
That's the best thing I can say. It
Yeah.
just make the investment, because that was the initial thing that almost stopped me, was the cost. And I'm like, I don't want to live like this anymore. It's
Yeah.
not worth it. I have the rest of my life to look forward to. Your life does not end in your 50s. It should be a rebirth,
Yes.
you know?
Oh, I
So,
love that. Especially, I mean, working in this world of peri and postmenopause, the stumbling block for so many women is, yes, it's the dollar sign itself, and it's a mindset thing, because especially as women, we have been raised to take care of everyone else and put ourselves last. And that is one
you
of the beauties of this stage of life, where we get to say, no, no, no. I've done that my whole life. Now it's my time. And that can feel scary because we're not used to it, and our brains are designed to keep us safe, not flourishing. So I love for you to say, like, your life's not over. Like, this could be the best part because we get to focus on us.
Yeah. I mean, I didn't have kids or anything, but I have been a caretaker for my parents.
Mm,
And I mean, again, it's to have the energy to do that as well. I mean, it's
yes.
a lot, yeah, to do the things that you love. And you're right, there is a big disconnect between giving care and self-care.
Mm,
Huge. And you don't want to give up on yourself in your 50s. This is like, because what you do now will totally take you through to the next 3 decades of your life, or however long it's going to be, where you'll have the energy, the movement, the motivation. If you have kids, grandkids, a friend of mine became a great grandmother this week, you
oh,
know, and she's got tons of energy. And that is the most important thing.
yeah.
It's our fuel. I mean, yeah.
Yeah. What is your health worth to you? I think, to me, that is a no-brainer question, especially where we're talking about this period in life where we get to step in our power. It's a beautiful, beautiful thing.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh,
I mean, it's a great thing to, like, come back from a workout, you know, doing your max lifts, and you've got the rest of the day, and you feel like you've accomplished something because you
mm,
had the energy to do it.
yes.
It's really friggin' cool.
I love it.
That's all I can say.
I love it. Gabrielle, I cannot thank you enough. I know, a lot of the people that we speak to, they were here for straight up weight loss and just very different goals. And we get a lot of women who are athletes, who are active, who are saying like, look, this is a different stage of life, but I am not giving up my strength. I'm not giving up my energy. And I know for those women in particular, your story is, it's going to hit hard and it's going to resonate.
I hope so. I hope
Yeah.
so. Yeah.
Thank you
Yeah.
so much.